Newcastle's only children. This tale of inspiration begins on the first day of April back in the wholesome year of 1978. This was the day that Warren Gleet was first introduced to the world. For what we can understand, Warren spent the first year of his life happily with his mother and father. On the first day of April 1979, Bradley Gleet was born. Sadly, Warren and Bradley's mother died during labour. This incident sent their father spiralling into a terrible depression. He struggled to take care of the boys and refused to take care of himself. Only 6 weeks after the birth of Bradley, the two boys were left at the front gates of Sir William Richard Williams Children's Orphanage. Little did they know that they were never to see their father again. Ever since that fateful day in late May 79, the two brothers Gleet have lived a life of torment. Warren never spoke a word after Bradley was born. He never grumbled and he never whimpered. In fact, Warren has never made any attempt to communicate with anyone. As the years passed, Bradley learned how to talk, and slowly he began to communicate, not only for himself, but also for his mute brother Warren. In the winter of 1983, Sir William Richard Williams Children's Orphanage was burned to the ground. The police report stated that the fire had been caused by suspicious circumstances. The blaze consumed the entire building and all records concerning the identity of Warren and Bradley's father. The boys continued to live in the orphanage, even though now it was nothing more than a gutted-out, dilapidated shell of a home. From here, Warren and Bradley dedicated their days and nights to sifting through the ashes of their former orphanage, searching for any small piece of evidence that may one day lead them to the discovery of their father. Today the boys spend their days touring relentlessly and spreading the word and the story of the Gleet. The young men that are now 25 and 24 respectively play subtle, acoustic songs in the style of folk and country. Up until now, it has only been at their intimate and personal shows that you could actually hear the voice of Warren Gleet through song, where he commits to words, phrases and melodies, the tragic tale of which you have just heard. You're about to witness what no other orphan thought possible. This is for Father Gleet, wherever you are.
Well, it's been a long time, Alan.
This is where it all began, right?
Yep, this is where it all began. Welcome to Sir William Richard Williams Children's Orphanage. Anyway, I couldn't have been any more than a month old when Dad brought good old Warren and I here to the orphanage.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's funny because I remember it as though it was only yesterday, Ben. Certainly I do remember the feeling of being abandoned. Though if it wasn't for Warren, it would have been awfully lonely in here. So,
how do you feel today?
Well, to tell you the truth, Alan, it hasn't been all that long since we were here last. Still to this day, Warren and I come here again and again to sift through the rubble and search for the clues that may lead us to the identity of our father.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
do you want to take us on a tour?
Absolutely. I'll come.
Right.
We'll start in this building here.
Yeah.
It's quite a special room. This is the room where I had my first, sexual encounter.
Okay.
With a woman that was about 15 years my senior.
Did she work here?
Yeah, she did work here on a part-time basis. She was a daycarer.
Okay.
And, she used to come in and care for us during the day. And in this room down at the bottom of the stairs is where we consummated our love for each other.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. It's as you might not understand, but every time we come here, Warren somehow finds it necessary to lay in fetal position where I had sex.
I see.
Every time we come in here, he just lays in fetal position. I don't know whether.
Do you know why?
Well, I don't know why. Maybe Warren never experienced the love that I've experienced. Not as worldly, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe it might be jealousy. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He does it all the time.
So, what was her name?
I don't know her name. She was asleep at the time. She never got to tell me her name.
Okay. So what happened to her?
Well, she became pregnant with my child, and she returned 8 weeks later to tell me that. Though I was extremely happy, she wasn't happy at all. And she left and never seen her again. Yeah, so I believe I have a son somewhere looking for me, as I'm looking for my father.
Okay. Do we just leave him?
Just leave him, he'll be fine. He'll just stay there.
Okay.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I hope one day I could meet my son the way I hope our father to meet his sons. That's Warren and I.
Wait, do you have any idea where your son might be?
No idea. He should be, he could be anywhere, like,
Hey.
Yeah. He's got an amazing knack for this type of stuff. I don't know how he does it or what.
Okay. So, you don't know where he might be?
What's that?
You don't know where he might be?
Nope.
Your son?
No idea where my son could be, and hopefully I could one day introduce my son to his Uncle Warren. In here, Alan, this is the first room we came into. There's a bathroom in here.
What's Warren doing?
Oh, he likes... Well, as orphans, we had bikes shared amongst all the children in the orphanage, but when it was Warren's turn to ride the bikes, he never liked to share. He liked to have both the bikes, but he never used to ride them. He just picked the bikes up and throw them on top of each other. I think it's a love for vehicles, and we often look at the bikes and dream about riding off into the sunset in search for our father.
But he never rode them?
No, he just never rode them. He just liked to stack the bikes up. Yeah. With his tongue out. Would you like to come in and have a look?
Okay, sure.
In this room here, there's a couple of bedrooms. This is where we first came into the orphanage. This is like a holding bay for the new kids that come in. There's another room there. And there's an office and a hallway, and
this is the office?
Yeah, office in there.
Yep.
And yeah, there's a bathroom in there. And
are you okay?
Yeah.
Bradley? Are you okay?
Just passed out. The tiles, they're just as clean as they were the day that we came here. I think we might have to cut there. I'll have to cut there for a minute, Alan.